Hopefully you can see everything you need to. I've got the PowerPoint right here. If you can't, I'd encourage you to follow along with the PowerPoint I have attached in the thread post in the discussion board. So let's get right into it. Here's some things about myself. My name is Henry Winfrey. I live here in Missouri, St. Anne. I want to be an environmental engineer when I grow up. I'm taking this class as a dual enrolled senior in high school, and I'm really excited to learn a lot from this class. Some things about my family, what it was like growing up. I grew up completely homeschooled, me and my older brother, younger sister, and younger brother. We travel around a lot. We've been to almost every single state and like 10 different countries at this point. So it's really exciting living with my family. Alright, the first meme is from this scene from Despicable Me, where Gru is saying, "This is garbage, you like this?" when somebody is saying that they like somebody else's personality. I think that this meme applies to me because a lot of people say that I have good personality or I'm a kind person, but me personally, I just don't see their logic. While I may be nice to people or hardworking, it's really more out of a fear of being shunned or fear of becoming a failure than actual desire to be a nice person. Another thing about this meme is that the scene from Despicable Me, the whole plot of that movie, vaguely applies to my life. As you remember earlier, I grew up homeschooled, not a lot of friends, kind of focused on my studies, sort of like how Gru in the movie was focused on being evil. But as soon as I joined public school, I kind of turned that aspect of my life around, and I found, friendship and love and those kinds of things, and it sort of altered my view of reality, kind of like how Gru's view of reality was altered when he adopted those 3 girls. So that's a cool story about that. On to meme number 2. It's a picture of a family with somebody holding up a mirror so that the person taking the photo can be included as well. And it says in quotes, "Everybody should be in the family picture." This applies very well to my family. We are tightly knit, we have a lot of family gatherings, and we don't like anybody to feel discluded. A specific story about taking pictures that applies to my family. We recently went on a trip to all of Missouri's state and national parks. Every time we went to a park, we would pose in front of the entrance sign, and my mom would be the one to take the picture of the 5 of us in front of the sign, and she would never be in any of the pictures. So on the last national park of the trip, we insisted that my mom be the only one in the picture, and all 5 of us would be the ones taking the picture to kind of balance it out a little bit. And finally, that brings me to the conclusion. Some of my specific goals I mentioned earlier, I want to be an environmental engineer. Specifically, I want to solve some of the environmental problems that our world and environment are facing. In a brief summary, and kind of to put it bluntly, my goal is to save the world. Whether that happens or not, I'm unsure, but that's the ultimate dream for me. I'm very passionate about nature. I grew up in rural Missouri, so I spent a lot of time in the trees and around nature, and it's something that I just really want to preserve.